Drink?
Um, do you not already have water?
No, I have a drink, but like, is it
Oh,
gonna sound dumb if I'm just like, like
I've
that guy in the fucking movie theater?
I've drank like half a bottle of water this entire time.
Oh, okay.
So,
I just didn't want it to sound unprofessional where I'm over here like, yup, eating a candy bar, bitch. Blech. Fucking, you feel
oh
me?
yeah, talking for any length of period without water or any sort of liquid is the worst thing.
Oh, I know. Girl, I'm a singer. That shit hurts.
My thing about singing is there are times where like music gets really fast and I can't keep up. Anyway, what the fuck is up, everybody? I am Brando.
Oh, I'm here too. It's Megan. I'm Megan.
Or Megs for short.
Don't call me Megs. I fucking hate that. You know I hate that.
I don't know. I made up a whole logo for that show name, by the way.
Really?
I made it up because it was like 5 minutes and I was bored in a car, so
Wow, you have a life.
I do 100%. Where the hell did the cap to my water bottle go? It's dropped the cap.
Your intro is weird. I don't understand. What the fuck is up, everybody? It's like
Well,
the
you,
most passive aggressive thing. It really is. It's like, hey, everybody, how are you doing? I love you so much. Also, fuck you. Like, whoa. I don't know. You came out of fucking
I
nowhere.
mean, I would compare it more so to like Phil DeFranco's intro, which isn't as passive aggressive in my opinion, where it's "What's up, you beautiful bastards."
I mean, that's kind of like, oh, cute. He thinks I'm a dick. Yours is like, fuck. It's like,
Okay,
damn.
what would your introduction be then, Miss? I understand YouTube.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Okay, fine.
My asshole. What?
Hi, I'm Brando. I'm dead inside.
It sounds dumb when you do it.
Everything sounds dumb when I do it.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Hey, you're supposed to agree with me here. Not agree with me. You're supposed to not agree with me on that.
I mean, I did agree with you, so.
You're only supposed to agree with me when it benefits my self-esteem, damn it.
Oh, sorry. You're such a nice boy.
I feel much better now.
You're such a nice boy. That sounds like the compliment your grandma gives to you when she sees you. You've grown so much, you nice boy. Fucking what?
I just don't like being called boy, despite I have I frequently used the meme version of boy, B-O-I, to describe myself, ironically.
Right? I don't know. It's like, it's very condescending to be called boy or girl, you know? When it's just thrown at you, and you're like, whoa there. I came out of fucking...
It's like, hey, boy.
Nowhere. Yeah, it makes me feel inferior. Yeah. I don't know, I always felt like that's just the kind of thing that makes me feel weird inside. Like, ugh.
It's one of the many things where it's like, I'm fine being called that, like, unless it's in person, because there's like a series of names where it's like, oh, that's fine. And then like when you hear it in person, it's just like, nope.
That makes me feel gross. Like, what is that?
Like Brandy.
Oh yeah, because I call you Brandy. Yeah, this is my friend Brandy.
Never introduced me like that.
You introduced me as Megs, and I told you I hate that, so you get to be Brandy.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
You're a joke.
The Brandy and Meg's show.
It's not. That's disgusting. You make me want to die.
Well then.
Yep.
Well, that's extreme.
Okay. Whatever. So, when you see a relative who you haven't seen in a long time, is it like, do they do the thing where they talk about how tall you are?
Okay, I had that for a while, where not necessarily my height, but I had it for a bit because my older cousin lived in Albuquerque for like 2 years or something like that. He moved back and he was like, "You're way taller than I remember." But the big thing for them was always how, within like the span of like a few days, my voice got really deep in comparison to what it was before. And I was like, I don't register a difference.
Right.
And then they were like, oh no, you sound completely different.
Oh my God, you're a grown-ass man.
All right.
Ew! Gross. I feel like I just got like sexually assaulted. My ears. Ugh.
Ear rape.
That's just ew. My ears are ew. God. I feel like my ears are never gonna recover from that.
Okay then.
Ew. No.
This is my voice
back.
now.
That's disgusting. I'm
Why?
sorry. It's gross. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. It's like, it sounds like you're some creepy man coming out of an alley and you're trying to offer me candy or something. I don't want your nasty candy. I don't want your nasty candy.
It's in the van.
Ew.
My cousin bought a white van.
That's wrong.
He bought it for like business stuff. I think he's painting it soon. But I genuinely wanted to put a free candy sign on one of the windows.
Yeah, right? I mean, you can't see a white van without being like, yo, something going on back there.
It's like something's happening in there. Whether it's like a sex trafficking ring. Maybe they're selling ice cream. Maybe they're kidnapping kids with the ice cream.
That's always what it is, though. It's freaky. Okay, so when I was like, I was 13 and I had a procedure done, so I couldn't grow anymore, right? That was one of the side effects. And I went and saw my relatives. Yeah, what? That's why I'm so tiny. And all that.
Not the shortest person I know.
No, but like this is it for me, right?
Okay.
So I went and saw my grandma like a couple days after it happened, and we talked or whatever. And then a year later, I saw her again. Okay. And she was all like, "Wow, you've grown so much." And still to this day, I feel so much pain. I'm like, no, I haven't, Grandma. I was like, "Grandma, that's lies, you fucking bitch."
It's just like a slap in the face.
No, it was really funny. Like, it was funny in a sad way, because I didn't correct her or anything. Like, I'm not gonna be a dick about it. It's just like, no. Like, that's a lot of lies, grandmother.
I'm fairly sure it's just an instinctual conversation starter. Like, I listened to a podcast recently that had a whole section about communicating with people whom you don't necessarily know that well. And when you go for a while without like talking to a relative, it's like, okay, what's the first thing you talk about?
Right.
And everybody seems to strive away from the, so how's the weather today?
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, it's better in Indiana than it was last week.
I mean, yeah.
It was like a fucking bitch slap with winter.
Yeah. And okay, so here's the thing with like conversations like that. You can't, I don't know. It's like if you went up to someone and you were like, "Wow, what beautiful hair you have," and they're bald, and then you're like, "Whoa, now I'm just an asshole." You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, it's like when you go to shake someone's hand but they don't have an arm. And that's mean. That's terrible, but it's an instinct. Yes, there's a whole video about this guy who tried to shake hands with another person.
Offering a blind person a high five.
Yeah, and it's like, no, stop. What are you doing? And there's nothing you can, it's like an instinctual thing, so I get it. Like, I get that you can't be like, I guess it's just like a thing, because after you do it for a long enough time, you put your hand out to shake hands. It's just, that's like the thing, or you put your hand out for a high five or whatever. But it's such a slap in the face.
Yeah.
When that happens, and when someone goes up to you and they're like, "Oh, you're so tall," but you're like, "I can't grow anymore," so that's some bullshit. Or someone comes up to you and they're like, "High five."
You have hair and you're bald.
Yeah, and you're bald, or high five me and you don't have hands. It's just like, stop.
I feel like the bald thing is like a really awkward person trying to use a pickup line.
Hey, just because I'm curious, has a pickup line ever actually worked for you?
I've never asked a pickup line. I'm eternally single.
Come on now.
Actually, no. There was a point where me and my older nephew, I say older because due to a lot of like weird family things that I'm not gonna get into, I have a nephew who's 2 years older than me.
Right.
We were at a water park and we found this Twitter account that was just bad pickup lines. So we essentially spent the entire trip there trying to convince each other to use bad pickup lines on the lifeguards, and neither of us did.
Oh God.
neither of us did it.
They're not good. I've had people use pickup lines on me before, right?
And I don't understand the point of pickup lines. Just say, hi, I'm into you.
It's weird. It's so weird.
Or like me, just be very awkward and passive about it until you just forget about the other person.
They don't work, and they just make you feel dirty. They make you feel gross. And it's just like...
I've never heard anyone use a good pickup line before.
That's because they're not good. None of them are good.
Like, I've heard people say, like, use this pickup line, and it's just like a normal thing you would say to somebody you're into. Like, it's just essentially like, here's a good pickup line. Be straightforward.
That's not a pickup line. That's just
exactly. Lying. And people have been like, no, that's like a pickup line. Where it's like, just be honest. I'm like, that's not a fucking pickup line.
That's just being honest.
Yeah.
But a word of advice, right?
Okay.
Pickup lines are weird. Just say hi. Hi works. Hi is a, the introduction. Pickup lines just
drugs.
Pickup lines just make everyone feel gross.
Everyone involved feels gross.
Yeah, and I'm like, why? I have to shower now. Thanks.
Mentally, at least.
Yeah, right.
Where's my eye bleach? Where's my ear bleach? Play me some Hamilton.
Someone help me. I need to fucking detox. That was horrible. I just think it so often goes wrong that it's not even worth it.
Yeah.
Like, what's the success rate of a fucking pickup line? Like, 75% of the time it doesn't go well. 80%.
I will say, I wish I had the confidence of people who use pickup lines. I mean, no confidence.
Sure. Confidence looks nice, but
like, it takes balls to go and say some weird pickup line to a stranger.
That's accurate, yeah. And confidence is cool. Confidence is cute or whatever. But I one time had these two guys come up to me and they were like, "You want to go out with either of us?" And I was like, "What?"
That's where I would have kept walking.
I was like, "I'm not desperate. Catch you later." I actually said that. They were so mad.
Oh, I thought you were like, and one of them broke down and cried.
No, they were angry with me.
Damn.
No, I didn't make them cry. They were just very mad at me.
See, my reaction when anybody whom I don't know tries to approach me is just, I will say like a sentence and then I will just go into my anxiety state of just, don't say anything.
I tried to talk to you one time. I was like, hi, and you were like, no, hi. And you ran away.
I didn't run away. What?
You scooted very far away from me.
When was this? Because
out of fear.
I remember.
We were at lunch.
Yeah,
I was like, hi.
We had like a 30-second thing about how you're like, oh, it's sad that you sit alone at lunch.
It is sad.
No, it's not.
You don't think that's sad? That's the sign of a fucking lonely ass person.
I'm not lonely. I have internet porn.
Yeah, sure. Come on.
I would much rather. It's like 9 times out of 10, I would much rather like use my lunch period to do YouTube stuff, like write out video scripts, instead of just have a conversation with somebody. Especially because I don't know anybody who has the same lunch period of me outside of like you.
Yeah.
So I'm just like.
Well, I came up to you with the intent of being your friend. Okay. I was like, I'm gonna befriend this weird guy who sits by himself. Because I'm just the best person.
It's a pity case. I see how it is.
It wasn't a pity case. I thought you were cool-ish. So...
Ish. I see how it is.
Yeah, there was an ish. Don't worry about it. Don't focus on that. The point is, I was like, oh, look, it's a weird guy. I'll go talk to that. So I was there, and you looked terrified.
Oh yeah, I was.
Why?
I don't know. Mentally, I'm just like, okay, people don't talk to me, much less females. I'm just not going to say anything. And
that was weird. That's weird. That comes off as weird.
It's don't say anything. Just do what the fuck you're doing and hope they don't notice.
You need practice. It was really sad. You're all like, oh, I'm going to be single forever. Dude, it's because you're like, you sit there and you just freak out. You could have used a pickup line on me. Come on.
I don't have that confidence.
Come on, dude.
I genuinely I don't know any. You just said that you don't like pickup lines, so I feel like you're trying to set me up for
failure
here.
Yeah, a little bit. I thought that'd be funny, but Pokemon, you could have gone for it. Just, I don't know.
I could have. Mentally, I was like, nope, this does not fit my comprehension of reality.
Next time some girl sits with you, talk to her. Don't be weird.
But I'm a weird boy.
It's weird when you say it that way. We talked about this. I'm a weird boy. Dude, stop. I feel weird. Gross. I don't know. So I've just always felt like you just have to go for it. Who cares? You for sure have a chance of failure. And there's definitely a wrong way to do things. But, if you're talking to a girl, don't use a weird, creepy pickup line. Try not to talk about her underwear and just be her friend.
Relationship advice 101.
As long as you don't say anything horribly gross or scary. Like, okay, 2 things you shouldn't say, right? Like, don't talk about how you want to see you're naked, and don't say anything like, I want your ears on the necklace or something weird, you know?
Fuck.
Because that's a turnoff, right?
Yes, I would assume.
I'm gonna cut your toes off and wear them as a necklace. You're like, wow, I want that in my bed tonight. I'm just saying, you're gonna attract some scary people. You don't want that. You don't want that! I'm not kidding.
This show took a turn.
Okay,
what were we originally talking about? We were talking about grammar.
Oh, we were talking about grandmas, actually.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Remember?
We went from grandmas to this is how you ask someone out, and also our first introduction was really weird.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, you have topics or something, right? Hit me.
I had topics. I'm not going to hit you. Okay, where's the topics?
I hope you wouldn't hit me. Jesus.
You haven't done anything that deserves it.
Yeah, I have, but...
Wait, what?
What? Okay, continue.
What?
Nothing?
No, what do you mean? You didn't poison the food or anything, did you?
All right, topics. Let's go.
Okay, I'm pulling up the document. I'm so professional. I came prepared with Evernote already up and everything. I didn't.
Wow.
Where are the topics? Where the fuck are our topics? Okay, so we did introduction.
Mm-hmm.
Where we ranted about grandmas. Okay, so what?
I really like grandmas. They're typically very adorable and cute. Can't be about grandmas. Unless you have a bad one.
Grandmas are not like a you either love them or hate them situation. It's just a I don't care.
Well, that's terrible. How would your grandmother feel?
I don't know.
Wow.
I'm just like...
You're so heartless.
I am.
Your grandma's out there somewhere crying.
I doubt it. I think she's asleep.
Mine too. My grandma's out there watching Jerry Springer or some shit. Whatever. She'll be fine.
And you are the father. But I'm a girl.
Ooh, you are not the father, bitch! I love that shit. You ever watched that?
I watched it as a child and then I found quality content.
Come on, that is quality content. That makes you feel so good about your life. You're like, damn, they have that bad. Your life just looks good in comparison. Like, that's why people watch, like, all those... I don't
care about my life looking good in compared to someone else's.
No, look, okay, that's why I watch...
depressing. I feel sad at that show.
No, listen, that's why I watch Dr. Phil, because I'm like, wow, my life is in shambles. But then I watch Dr. Phil and I'm like, ha, you thought. Like, damn, I feel so much better about every bad thing I've ever done in my life. Because, at least I don't think I'm pregnant with Jesus. And that's just
Jesus?
life. Dude!
The fuck?
Have you never been pregnant with Jesus?
I've never been pregnant, period.
You're missing out, my man.
I don't think so. I've seen those videos. I've been to health class. I am not missing out.
Listen, you have not experienced, thinking you're pregnant with Jesus. It puts you on a different plane than the rest of humanity.
What kind of plane?
That's the closest to God you're ever going to be.
But I don't want to be close to God.
Sure you don't. Whatever. You live your life in
God's
denial.
a creepy old man. God's a creepy old man with a beard and a sword. I don't want that.
He doesn't have to be a man.
God is a creepy old person. There.
Can God just be my grandma?
I mean, that doesn't stop the whole creepy old person feel, but okay.
Actually, that's accurate. My grandma's a clown.
What?
Yeah, she's a clown. That's like what she was. That was her profession. She was a clown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I guess she is kind of creepy, but whatever.
Fuck clowns.
Potato. You know what pisses me off?
What?
So when I say potato, I can't text that because it doesn't really text well.
Just do potato with 2 A's.
No, but then I feel like a dick. Ah, yeah, potato. That's like fucking. That's too extra. Now I just feel like a dick. So every time I try to say potato, I have to like voice message it.
The function you couldn't find out how to do for a while.
Okay, look. I have an old phone, right? So it's hard for me to find things. I just potato, all right? Fuck it.
Potato.
It doesn't text well, and there's like 20 billion things that don't text well. It makes me mad because
I've never had to text potato or tomato or any of those things.
Then you haven't lived because that's a fucking rite of passage.
No, I just avoid texting that. I'm just like, nope. I don't want to use accents or anything like that.
It's necessary though, because
how?
Okay, there are just situations where the only thing that comes to my mind is potato. And that's important to me to have that in my arsenal.
Well then just do potato and
that makes me feel like an ass. Oh yeah, potato. Like that's fucking dumb.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like that's like texting someone and they're like, yeah, well, blah blah blah, and like my only response is potato, like it's all the same, whatever, right? And then I text potato, and I'm just a dick.
Then just do it's all the same or whatever.
No, it's not nearly as fun as potato, and it's just I feel like I'm being limited.
This seems like this seems like the most first world problem.
It is, but how do you think?
I can't text this random phrase without it being weird.
Look, okay, in life, eventually we're all gonna die anyways, right? So
If we're all gonna die, then why do you care so much about a single text?
Okay, look. When I die, I'm gonna go through. Okay, I've always wanted to believe that I get to see my whole life like one more time, right? All the good bits. I hope I don't have to see all the crappy parts, right? Like.
Oh, you're gonna see all of it.
Right. I really hope that I get to just do Megan's best bits, 2002 to 20. Yeah, my compilation, Megan's best moments, whatever. Right?
My compilation best moments, 30 seconds, let's go.
It's like you tell a good joke and it's over.
Yes.
But no, I'm
hoping meaningless.
Right, but I've always hoped that I would have because I can't imagine having to go through my entire life over again. That'd be boring. But the best day of my life will be when I get to text potato without it looking dumb. And, I need to have that in my Megan's Best Moments compilation after I die. And without that, my life will have been meaningless. So
I really hope I don't have to relive my life when I die, because there are so many awkward moments and I will just be like, okay, yeah, just send me to hell already, please.
Yeah, I'll have to relive that weird fucking lunchroom moment with you. I definitely would go through that again. That was a nightmare.
That's been my most awkward moment of the school year so far, so congratulations.
Ugh, you made it weird.
I did.
Why did you do that?
Don't approach random people.
Dude, I wanted to be your friend.
So?
What was I supposed to do?
I don't know. You don't start a conversation with, it's sad that you sit alone. That's like an insult.
Yeah, it was a little bit passive aggressive, but whatever.
I'm just like, what?
It's sad that you're by yourself. Do you want friend?
I have friends, thank you.
No, you didn't. You don't. What are you talking about?
You think you're my only friend?
I think I'm the only one that matters.
You can keep thinking that. But I'll just let you know you're far from wrong. Wait. I was going to say you're far from right.
You said far from wrong, though.
That's what I meant. I have other friends. I have Parker.
Wow, that sounded so desperate. What was that? I have more friends, I swear!
You just had one of those moments like 10 minutes ago.
I wasn't being recorded, so you can't say that actually happened.
Can I?
If it wasn't on video or anything like that, it didn't really happen. So, yeah, you can't prove that to anyone.
I have friends. Plural. I have one more enough to count as two.
I have multiple. You can't tell me I don't.
I have at least 2 friends. That means I have friends. Plural.
I thought you said Earl. I thought you called me Earl. I was like, why? That's not my name.
That's your new name now. It's Earl.
I have friends, Earl. What the fuck?
My name is Earl. I remember that show as a thing that exists.
What is?
My name is Earl was like an old. I don't know what the fuck that show was now that I'm thinking about it.
Jesus. What kind of fucked up life have you had?
It's depressing. Let's not get into that.
Ew. Anyway, alright.
Let's not get into that.
I thought you had topics. Jesus Christ.
I did.
I
did. And then you were like, oh hey, let's relive that awkward moment from like 2 months ago.
That really busts my biscuit. That doesn't make sense. Burns my biscuit. I think I just mixed like 8 phrases all in one.
What?
Anyway. I don't know. Don't you have topics? Hit me with a topic. Come on.
I do. They're up right now.
Come on, give me one.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Chill.
Okay, here's a question that I wanted. This is probably going to be a very quick thing to talk about. Are the sex toys in the Toy Story movies alive?
Of course they are. Next. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. I would assume so, because
they're not. Okay, no. What are they going to do?
Okay. What the fuck does an action figure do? The whole point is...
It talks! It has a mouth!
They are brought to life... Okay, not everything in the fucking Toy Story universe has a goddamn mouth.
This is my vibrator. It has a smile so it can talk. No,
the Etch-a-Sketch is alive, and that doesn't even have a mouth.
It's not really alive, though. It's just kind of...
It is. It's sentient.
It draws.
You know what? Okay, then what were your thoughts on sex toys then? Because they have mouths.
Well, okay, here's my thing.
Not sex toys, sex dolls. There we go.
It doesn't have sex doll. Well.
The same logic would apply to the sex toys as would apply to the toys.
Why doesn't the toaster live then? Why isn't the microwave alive?
Because nobody is that affectionate for their toaster.
I like my toaster.
Your toaster is not on the same level as your sex toy or your action figures.
Dude, you don't know what I'm doing with my toaster. That's a lot of assumptions you just made about me.
I mean, I would assume.
Hey, that makes an ass out of you and me. So, take a step back, my friend. Anyway. I think okay, fine, if toys are alive, then shouldn't everything be alive? Like, oh, hey, this is my...
no, because it's specifically love and affection.
He's alive.
I don't know. I feel like they would be alive.
If by that logic, isn't everything alive then? Like, hi, microwave.
How do we know it's not alive?
Exactly.
What was our microwave movie?
Okay. Well, there was that little toaster something movie, remember?
What? I don't remember that.
Did you ever watch that? And the toaster was alive, and they all went on an adventure, and the AC died a gruesome death. I was there.
Oh, a minute.
There's the little toaster adventure. The brave little toaster! I watched that at school when I was in,
75% on Rotten Tomatoes. Animated film, 5 sentient household appliances, toaster, blankie, radio, lampy, and a vacuum.
Actually, the
vacuum is named Kirby.
Nightmares.
Living in an abandoned cabin, have grown lonely. I understand English.
It gave me nightmares as a kid.
They want to reunite with their owner, Rob.
Rob.
They're planning to set off on a harrowing trek through the wilderness, surviving beasts the best they can despite limited sources of electricity. How the fuck do you get electricity in a goddamn forest?
Okay, I never said the plot lined up. All I'm saying is it gave me nightmares, and so
Mad
I remember
Milo has some plot that makes more sense in this movie.
Well, look, I'm just saying if you're gonna make
Milo.
If you're gonna make toys come alive, where do you draw the line? Where does sentience even stop?
I feel you draw the line when toy is no longer in the name.
Why? Why does that make sense?
Because it's Disney. It's Pixar.
Toaster, toyster. Now it's toy.
No, it's
you just put toy in anything you want. Doesn't make it any different. That's just like, it doesn't matter. Shouldn't it just be? I don't know. Shouldn't it just be anything?
The sex toys are alive. That's my professional scientific hypothesis.
That would be scary though. Like you just found an old time and the dildo's just like, ha, bitch, you thought, and it starts trying to kill you?
No, because in the Toy Story universe, you're aware that the toys, their main mission in life is to please their owner. No one knows. It's to please the fucking owner. That's their whole thing.
Okay, and here's the thing. But what if the person using it is like Sid, and all the toys came alive to scare that hoe? So what, you trying to tell me that the sex toys are going to overthrow someone?
Because he was like ripping them limb from limb. You're not like tearing apart a dildo.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not even going to ask for context.
Okay, here's the thing. I just think they have to do some really gross things as a toy.
But they are designed for that.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they like it.
I mean...
Okay, look, so you're trying to... Okay, just bear with me here, and let's say, okay, they don't like it, then they don't plan to overthrow anyone? I'm just saying, what if there's like
an army of dildos gonna do?
Whack you. They'll whack you real hard. You ever been whacked?
I've been whacked, but
okay, well, you think that's what you think? You get whacked by hundreds of them at the same time, and you're like, "Damn, that shit hurts."
It's like
you have not been through pain.
An army of dildos and fleshlights aren't gonna do shit,
dude. You think that's the only thing that comes alive? If there's that logic, then don't handcuffs and all those crazy bondage things come alive too? Because if all those things come alive, we're all dead.
My handcuffs.
Oh, dude. You're opening a box of sex toys, and I'm going through them, right? So that's a whole lot of different stuff you're trying to tell me. Like, okay, so there's a lot of weird stuff you can do that kills people, right? Yes. Right. And there's a lot of ways that those toys can kill you, right? In a sense, right? Like, I don't know, people are into some weird stuff, but what if the blow-up doll becomes sentient and it freaking kills you? Because, I mean, it's got, like, human-y features.
Oh, no.
And it starts strangling you.
Okay, so I'm going through a Reddit feed on this, and one person said, here's an alternate theory. Wooden blocks and rubber dildos do come alive, but it's like locked-in syndrome. They can't move or speak.
See, then that's just terrible. And I think this whole conversation is just depressing. And first of all, why the fuck did someone write a movie about toys coming alive?
I don't know.
Get into the mind of that person.
Why does Pixar do anything?
I'm just saying.
Why does anything exist at that point?
I just think, who sat at the table and said, yo, 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 we need a movie idea?
It was the 90s and early 2000s. So
Living toys. Write that shit.
Well, I mean, the entire Disney Pixar's lineup is weird.
I mean, is it Mermaid? I like mermaids. That's not weird. That's not outside the realm of, like, fantasy.
I can guarantee. Yeah, but we've had decades, hundreds of years to work up our love of mermaids.
Right. I
can guarantee people were like, this is a fucked up concept when that was originally introduced. It's like, that shit's fucked up.
So you're trying to tell me in 200 years people are going to be like, yo, talking toys, what a good idea.
Yes.
Like, you really think that?
I will I'll send you a check for $50 in 200 years if it doesn't happen.
You know what? You know how much that's even going to be worth in 200 years?
I don't know.
Not much. You're gonna
I'm
be
not judging
like,
for inflation.
come on now. That's not going to be a lot of money. By that point in time,
whatever the equivalent to a modern day $50 is.
But what if it's like $1 billion?
If it's our equivalent to $50, then yeah, sure, $1 billion obviously isn't too much money at that point.
But what if you're poor? What if you don't have that kind of money? You're promising me money that you don't even have, and we're gonna be dead anyways. I don't want that. Ew.
Nor do I. So
that doesn't work in my benefit. That just scars me for life.
Nice, apparently. I don't know.
Dude, now I'm just gonna have to shower.
Hugs are just nope. I don't do hugs.
I actually hug a lot of people. I just don't feel like I feel like a hug between us would just be weird.
My thing is just random hugs. I don't like it when people are random and like hug. I'm just like, no thanks.
I hug a lot of my friends and they hug me in the hallway, but I think you both have to be dedicated to the hug. You know what I mean? And
I would not be. I think if we were step the fuck back.
I think if we were both trying to hug, you'd be like, and I'd be like, and it'd just be weird because neither of us are dedicated to that. That's not going to end well.
See, I would never be dedicated to the hug.
All hugs require at least one dedicated person.
For me, it would be very much a either get the fuck away from me, or a let's get this over with. I don't want to be here right now.
I have a lot of friends who hug me, but I'm friends with a lot of... Right, yeah. Wait, can I leave?
It's like, Fraley, she's assaulting me. Help me.
Right. I don't know. I'm friends with a lot of, very affectionate people. So I do a lot of the hugs and whatever with some of my guy friends, some of my girlfriends. And...
Fraley likes to blow me off a lot, apparently. I just remembered. There have been at least, I can count at least like 4 or 5 times where Fraley and I have scheduled to do a podcast, and then last minute, like day of, he's just like, yeah, no.
Like, never mind. You too. Fuck you too. You're so aggressive. Jesus Christ.
I told Fraley to go fuck himself before.
That's so nice. He's such a nice person. Why you gotta be ragging on people? Jeez.
I don't know.
What has anyone done to you?
Too many things to list in a single show.
Well, that sounds disgusting.
Nothing that weird.
Dude, you just made it sound weird. What the hell?
It is weird. It was meant to come off that weird.
I don't want this.
Well, you got it anyway.
Ew.
Okay. Here's a slightly more entertaining topic. Are you familiar with the trolley problem?
What's that?
Okay, so trolley problem is a thing that like a lot of, it's very present in like philosophy and moral conundrums where there's a train, okay? It's going down the I asked you about the baby Hitler thing. Do not poke holes in this.
Okay.
Don't be like, here's every loophole I can think of. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just going to raise baby Hitler. Okay?
Okay.
So, the premise of the trolley problem, which is way more prevalent now because self-driving cars are a thing, is train is speeding down track. There's 5 people on the track who, for whatever reason, cannot get off the track, and they're going to be killed. Or you can swap over the track to, like, you're next to the little lever that, like, swaps the track over thingy-ma-boo-boo. I don't know what it's called. And it changes direction, but there's only one person on the track. So you can flip the switch and kill one person or do nothing and let 5 people die.
Oh, easy. You make it reverse.
God damn it. You can't do that because you're not on the train.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. I'm allowed to be on the train. Okay, you never said I wasn't on the train.
You are next to the lever on the track that controls the train.
But can't there be a lever? Like,
because the lever wouldn't be on the damn train.
No, can I just reach out? I can just reach out
because you're going at like 50 miles an hour. You'll rip your damn arm off.
Well, okay, first of all, why would I ever be near a train?
For fuck's sake.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, so, first of all, just reverse, or just don't.
Okay, have you ever seen a train go in reverse? Like,
no, but here's the thing. If I just have you ever done that? Have you ever done like the Cupid Shuffle or whatever, and he goes reverse, reverse, or it's one of those songs?
Yes.
That works with trains.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Everyone follows the laws of the Cupid Shuffle.
No.
Reverse, reverse, and it just reverses.
I didn't.
Here's the thing, all right? You have to say it 3 times. It's like Beetlejuice.
No thanks.
Okay, listen. And that's just how it would go. I mean, I'm never going to be in a situation where there's 5 people tied to a track.
It's a hypothetical situation.
Well, okay, fine. I build a track in the middle so it can just go straight.
For fuck's sake. You're destined to just tear this down, word by word.
Or, okay, even better. I just find the train way down the tracks and go, hey, stop. And the train conductor would be like, hello, little miss, of course I'll stop.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, it does. Okay, and it takes a while to break, and it makes that gross noise, and it'll break, and then I'm like, hey, guys, I'll untie you from your fucking tracks that you're tied to for some stupid reason.
That also doesn't work because a lot of trains are automated at this point.
You never said it was a certain type of train. You just said it was a train.
But I never said. Okay, for fuck's sake, would you let 5 people die, or would you kill 1 person?
Depends who the people are.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you don't know that. It's just randomized people.
Okay, so are any of them cute?
I don't know.
Well, then I can't make an educated decision, can I? Are any of them kids? Are any of them cute? Who am I saving here? Does that play a part in who I save?
Okay. I don't know. Random people. I don't know. I don't know how to describe 5 random people. Because then that will obviously change your bias.
Here's the thing. Alright? It depends. It all depends. And I'm never ever going to be in a weird situation where 5 people are going to get hit or 1 person is.
But this is like a hypothetical moral situation. So nobody cares about the logic behind it.
But why are you... Okay, you can't gauge my morals unless I have some sort of a basis.
Like... Fuck. I don't know.
Exactly. So why should I have to answer?
It's more so like because the emotional side of your brain essentially goes, under normal circumstances, would be like, I don't want to directly cause the death of someone. The logical side is 1 death is better than 5.
No, that's lies. 5 deaths is probably better because we're already overpopulated. Kill them both.
No.
Oh, okay. So we put it on a circular track. No, listen. So we put it on a circular track, right? So it hits the 5 people and goes around and kills the other person, so that I don't have to feel guilty. No! That way I don't have to pick.
I feel this was much more interesting when we didn't have a topic selected.
You're trying to make me feel bad about my life decisions, so they're all dead now. How do you feel? And the conductor blew up. Wow. How do you feel now? I'm the only one left standing in this carnage. Thanks for doing that to me. Do you feel like a good person now? Are your morals intact?
Yes, I do.
Wow, congratulations.
At this point, I feel fine throwing you into that kind of moral situation.
I'm just saying, you're trying to gauge my morals based on a hypothetical stupid situation. We'll just kill them all then. Who cares? What's the point? You're trying to get a specific answer out of me, like I would only kill 1 person. You're trying to prove that I'm a decent human being. Well, guess what? They're all dead now. How do you feel?
Oh no, I would in no way call you a decent human being.
Yeah.
I feel like you have tons of bodies in your closet.
I don't have a closet.
Okay, you have bodies in... Okay, I'm assuming you don't have a basement because you said there are no stairs. You have bodies under your bed.
I don't have a bed that is elevated.
Oh. Fuck. You have bodies behind your house.
There's no... What do you mean? Like...
I don't know where you live. I'm just generalizing.
I don't even know how that would be possible.
There's bodies behind your house. Like in the backyard. Or closest thing that you have to that.
I feel like you're trying to guess where I live, and you're so wrong. It's like, I could live in an apartment for all you know. Jesus Christ.
Okay, fine. There are bodies somewhere in the area in which you live.
Yeah,
specifically
of course.
corpses.
There's always, dude. You know how many people die in like a minute?
Jesus.
Yeah, there's bodies all over the place. There's probably a dead body within where you are. I mean, they're everywhere. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting another dead cat. You know?
Swing a dead cat?
You've never heard that?
No.
Oh, my parents say that all the time. That's the thing. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one.
The only time I've ever heard or seen somebody say swing a dead cat is I was reading a comic book, and Joker said that he beat a dog to death with a cat.
Yeah.
I'm like, excuse me, the fuck?
You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one.
Without killing a dog.
Something like that. It's just a general term for saying there's a lot of something.
I'm sure there's a better phrase than swinging dead cats around.
Better or more humane? Because I think that's fucking hilarious. And that just because it's more humane doesn't make it better. There are lots of funny things. You want to take away all the fun I have left? Come on, this is the last bit of like.
I'd feel fine taking away all your fun.
I feel like you are. You're trying to.
You threw me into an awkward situation a few months ago. This is just punishment.
I don't remember that.
You remember that? We were talking about it like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, at lunch? Well, you're just a fucking weirdo. It's not my fault.
This entire friendship has been built on a ploy just to punish you.
Yeah, sure. Haha, joke's on you. That's my kink.
Nope.
I'm just saying, you never know. You could be like, "Hi, I'm gonna make you feel bad for the thing you did," and I'm over here like, "Oh yeah," and you're like, "Ew."
Yeah, that was my response.
I'm just saying, you never know. You can be like, "Hi, I'm going to punish you by making you massage my feet," and I'm gonna be like, "Whoa, I've got that fetish," you know? And then that's life.
Fetishes are weird. I don't understand it.
So, who are you to judge somebody? Who cares?
I'm not judging. I'm not going to kink shame anyone.
I feel like you're kink shaming. If I want to call you daddy, let me call you daddy.
No,
jeez.
Please don't. Ever.
Hey, you can't stop me. Free country.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, poor you.
Don't. I
feel little to no pain for you whatsoever. Oh no, she's gonna call me daddy.
Yeah, don't.
Whatever will I do?
I don't know.
All right, daddy.
Don't stop.
Aw, you're disturbed.
Yeah, it genuinely makes me uncomfortable.
That's sad. It's like, what kind of sad life have you been living?
I don't know.
I think you really have to have daddy issues to actually be into that.
Yes, I would assume.
And I feel like you have to have daddy issues to actually be able to say it with a straight face. Because I mean, I can do it. I'm there.
I couldn't say it with a straight face, of course. Though I wouldn't be in a scenario where I have to call someone daddy.
Come on, you're not gonna call me daddy?
No.
Why not?
Because you're not male.
So? Open your mind.
And also, I just don't... I would never under any circumstance call someone that.
Open thy mind.
I would never call somebody daddy in a serious manner.
Whatever. Fine. You get to be all normal, and you get to have your closed mind while I'm over here. Daddy this, daddy that. You can't stop me. I'm having so much fun.
Yes.
Sit over there.
That's why I'm living a sad life, because I don't want to call people daddy.
That's the truth, and you think that's just a product of having a sad life, but really it's the cause. And that's the sad part.
No, it's not.
Okay, whatever. You live your sad life. You can't stop.
Sad life. I get to make people uncomfortable with my awkwardness.
You know, it's weird because some people have at least a like conversational bone in their body, right?
I don't.
Or like yeah, I've noticed. And it's like, holy Jesus. I don't know. I feel like people come, like, usually, and I'm not saying I was always like this. I feel like there are some people who are just born who are very, like good at having conversations, you know? People are just born with, like, the natural talent for that, for socializing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever had that. I think I've learned it over the last, like, 5 or 10 years of my life. I've gotten better at it, but I feel like if you're not, like, naturally very good at talking to people, you're probably never going to be super good at talking to people.
Exactly.
I think it's just kind of a personality thing.
I'm fine if it's not in person.
Yeah.
It's just because, like,
that's
right
easier.
now, if this got, like, too awkward, I could just be like, and hang up.
Oh, yeah, because you have an owl.
Block.
Yeah.
I can't just run away in the middle of a lunch period.
Right, which is the perfect way to trap people into being your friend.
Or mentally scar them and make them realize how horrible their conversational skills are.
I'm not making a jab at you. I think I'm like that too. I just happen to have, I don't know, I guess I just have more experience than you do.
You're way more extroverted than I am.
I've never been called extroverted in my entire life, so that's interesting.
To me, extroverted is being able to go up to a random person and have a conversation, or attempt to.
You realize it took me a month to do that, right?
Okay.
I was like, I'll go do it today, and then a month passed.
See, that's what I'm like, just talking to people I know anyway.
I don't know. I think I was like, I'm gonna go do that thing today, and then I kept falling asleep during lunch and forgetting to do it.
I could never fall asleep in public.
I don't know. I used to be that way when I was a lot younger.
I don't trust people with my unconscious body. Somebody's gonna draw a dick on my face.
Yeah, probably. They probably do that to you. No one would do that to me.
Oh.
I think that's...
Next time you fall asleep in lunch, don't look in a mirror.
No one would... I don't know. I'm not easy to approach. People don't generally come up to me and, like, try to do things to me.
Do things sounds way more ambiguous than draw dicks on your face.
Hey, anything could happen is the thing.
I feel the best way to do that would be hope you fall asleep on the same day we have a speech, and then draw a dick on your face, and then hope you don't notice until you're giving the speech.
I carry a mirror around.
Damn it.
I have one, and I check my face before I do speeches, so good luck with that.
Okay. Permanent marker or Sharpie.
Fraley likes me far too much to let you do that ever, so.
He's not the person who monitors our lunch period.
I thought you just said speech.
Yeah, like the same day as speech. Wait, that wouldn't make sense because we still have like 3 classes.
Why would you do it? Why would you do it before speech? That's stupid. You know I'm gonna leave. I would call my mom and I would just go home.
Wow, you would just not do it because you have a dick on your face?
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm gonna at least try to own that shit.
Yeah, no, like, I would go home.
I don't care what anyone thinks in this classroom. Let's go. I have a tick on my face.
Hey, I go through a lot of classes and I would get in a lot of trouble. I have a really mean teacher and he would be very angry with me.
Sounds like your problem and not mine.
Yeah, and so I would leave. And then I just get a day off of school, so really, who lost here?
Okay. Shit.
The only time you would ever have a chance is during speech, and even then Fraley wouldn't let you because Fraley is nice and he would save me.
Fraley wouldn't have to notice.
You're trying to tell me he's not going to notice you coming up to my unconscious body when I sit next to his desk.
I hate that you say it like that. You're just coming up to my unconscious body. Nope, that puts the weird image in my head.
Exactly, no one wants... He's going to look after me. He would not let you do that. Especially if I'm unconscious. I don't think he's going to let some creepy predator with a permanent marker come near me.
Well,
I'm not calling you a predator. I'm just saying.
Just crashed. 1 second. I don't hear shit. What the fuck just happened? What the fuck? Speak.
What?
Talking.
I
don't hear anything.
You don't?
Why is everything muted for me? What? Okay, it's weird because I can hear you on the stream, but I can't hear you on my end, and it's really weird.
Oh, so you can just hear me from
recording. I have no idea why. Here, I'm going to really quickly leave.
Okay.
Either be entertaining or just be really quiet for like 10 seconds.
Okay.
Or I'm going to just reload the thing.
Either
so this doesn't show up the stream. Oh no! Wait. Fuck! I can't leave the stream. No, why?
Wow, you're the most professional person.
The fuck is happening? Technical issues. I'm a professional. I know how these things work.
Do you?
Fuck. I went an entire goddamn stream this morning at like 3 a.m. and nothing went wrong. And now things are going wrong. God fucking damn it. I heard you say I'm the most professional person, and yes, I am.
Well, congratulations.
I feel
Jesus
like
Christ.
me just randomly screaming isn't doing jack shit.
No. You just sound like you gave birth. That was weird.
By accident, did I? No.
My name is Megan. Yeah.
Okay. What the fuck is happening to my end? I don't understand why I can't hear anyone.
What's happening to my end?
Okay, wait, speak again?
Hi.
Okay, I reset the headphones.
Cool.
Okay. That's better.
You good?
We're back.
You good now?
That didn't happen.
So,
we never talked about that.
What? Oh, sure, whatever. Okay, so when I was in grade school, right? I used to do those little jump rope things, and you probably never play them, but they were the Cinderella dressed in yellow went to meet a fucking Ella or whatever. Yeah. So I used to play those all the time, and you would go up there and sometimes you would make up your own, right? And you'd be like, my name is Casey. Yeah, rhymes with Macy. You know, whatever. And I would always go up there and I would just be like, my name is Megan. Yeah. My name is Megan. And I could never find a fucking rhyme. And so I would just over and over again go, yeah, or just some weird
my favorite president is Reagan.
Yeah, and it would just be really awkward, and they were like, we don't want to play with you anymore.
See, my thought was you just go up there and you're like, my name is Megan, and then you just sit back down.
I was terrible at jump rope, so it didn't last very long. It'd be like, my name is Megan. Yeah, it rhymes with Megan. Yeah, and I trip on the rope and die. So it never lasted very long, but I looked like a total douche the whole time. So I'm trying to rhyme Megan with anything. You know, I'm like, my name is Megan. It's kind of like Bregan. And they're like, what the fuck is that? It doesn't even make sense. I'm like, it's just a nightmare.
I love how Twitter tells me when somebody reads my DMs. So that way I know when they read them and they can't pass off as, oh yeah, I'm just seeing this now.
See, that is something that irks me because I feel like a dick saying this, but I leave people on red and I just look at their stuff and I don't want to respond until I have a decent response. And sometimes that'll take me 2 days.
I guess. I'm just going to call out Owen. The audience knows who Owen is. Owen, fuck you.
Wow. You really are aggressive.
I'm aggressive to Owen. Mr. I asked you a question, you don't respond for a damn week.
Hey, look. If they're part of the audience, they at least give some shits about you.
Oh, no.
So, wow.
I doubt he's going to see this. I doubt by any stretch of the word he's going to see this. He's the guy I did a podcast with like a while ago. Like I'm pretty sure the last time he saw a video I've done was I did one with a mutual friend, and we talked about making a Pornhub account and uploading his YouTube videos to it.
Man, I'd really like to jerk off to that. What the hell?
I mean, hey, his voice is soothing as fuck, so.
It's soothing?
He has a nice British accent.
Oh, I might jerk off to that. Wow. I probably shouldn't say that on the internet. Too late. Anyway.
Just too late.
Yeah, can't go back now. Oh, wait, I can't. Reverse.
It's not how live streams work.
It doesn't count anymore. I don't think you understand how life works.
I don't.
Do you even understand life?
Do you just reference The Room?
No. Yeah, I did.
I was supposed to say, if not, that was way too much of a coincidence.
Come on, I did it with the accent and everything. You know that's what I was going for. That would have been a weird coincidence.
I've only seen The Room once in my entire life, and it is an amazing movie, and I love it.
Actually, I've played the game, but I've never watched it.
I watched it during Christmas because my cousin and his girlfriend were like, "Hey, we're watching this. Come over."
Were they watching it ironically?
No, they were watching it because me and my other older cousin were like, "We've never seen this movie, but we know what it is." And they're like, "Well, we're watching it." So
right. Oh my god.
So come down to our hotel room, and then we did that, and I was up till 1 a.m. playing Mario Kart and watching The Room, and it was great.
That sounds like a fun time.
It was.
It's just there's so many good things in that movie.
It's just an amazing film.
It's just, I don't know. That's just accurate.
I feel my favorite part about the movie is the fact that there are 2 sex scenes, and it's the exact same sex scene just replayed. Yeah,
and I heard that was the first scene they actually shot. So like she got on set, she was like, "Hey," and he was like, "Where the fuck?" He was like, "Whoa!" I know, and it lasted like way longer than they normally are supposed to last in like movie making.
It's also just looking at it; it's the weirdest sex.
Yeah, isn't there a weird blowjob scene?
I don't think it was a blowjob scene. It's just
like one guy, and he like opens his mouth and closes it like 800 times.
No, I don't remember a blowjob scene. I just remember the really weird sex scene.
There's like, I know it's in there, and I feel like you just need to rewatch it because it's there.
There's also like a really weird kid who's like a teenager, but he's also like
hops in the bed with them during the pillow fight.
Yeah, he tries to, and then it's funny because when eventually the guy's like, "I need you to go because I'm going to go upstairs and we're going to have sex," and he's like, "Can I watch?" And I'm just like, "No, you get the fuck out of there."
What is that? What kind of question is that?
That's a question you don't ask.
I mean, he was really going for it though. You gotta give him points for that. He tried.
I guess, but this is one of those moments where you shouldn't have that confidence.
I mean, what if they had said yes? You know, then he's like, "Hey, score." You gotta go for it. When life gives you unwanted sex scenes, you gotta see if you can get in on that, I guess.
Okay, that's New Life motto now.
When life gives you unwanted sex scenes in a movie, you have to go for it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's life.
You know, I just noticed chances are there's somebody where that was their first date, was taking somebody to go see The Room and like, this movie looks great, and then it's just the worst movie they've ever seen.
That's perfect though. That's the kind of thing you want to happen. And I know you're like, no, you want to go to a good movie on your first date. No, because what are you going to talk about? You're going to be like, wow, that was good. Yeah, that was good. I like that part. That was cool. And then silence. If it's the worst movie you've ever seen in your goddamn life, you have a lot to talk about. I don't know. This
is a tangent I think I've gone in on other podcasts. Movies are a weird first date option for me.
Yeah, because you can't talk.
Yeah, it's sort of like, hey, I want to get to know you to see if we should like be in a relationship. So we're gonna sit in a dark room. We're gonna sit in a dark room with strangers for 2 hours and not talk to each other.
Yeah, and then the whole time during the previews, there's someone yelling at you to put your damn phone away and eat your fucking popcorn, and then you're like, that's really passive aggressive for like a first date, you know?
So eat your goddamn popcorn.
And then they put you on that roller coaster, and you're like, well, shit, I can't even ask you what your favorite color is. I know nothing about this strange person sitting next to me except that
I don't even know their name.
Right? Like, you could go the whole date without ever talking.
Their Tinder says their name is Big Mac Daddy Jesus.
So you're like, hey, Big Mac, can you hand me the popcorn?
Just some random guy in the back is like, hey, I'm Mac.
He's like, fuck, I'm... Goddamn! He just walks out of the theater. You're like, shit. It's gone wrong already. I don't know, I think dating as a whole, like the whole thing, going on a date, doing this, doing that, is like, it's difficult because you don't know how, there's so many ways a date can go wrong, and you don't know who the other person is or how they're going to react to things. Like,
not rocket science, because you can read a book on rocket science and get a basic understanding.
I just think, okay, movie date is out because you can't talk to the person. So unless you're going on a date with someone you've known for a while, you're probably not going to want to do that, like, first. You could take them out to a restaurant, but then what if you forget your wallet? Or what if it's a long wait? Yeah, it's a lot of money. And what if you accidentally forget to book the right time or whatever, and then all of a sudden it's just too many ways it can go wrong. And once she gets food poisoning or something, you're like, things have gone bad, and then you spend 2 hours. Then you spend 2 hours just listening to her puke in the women's restroom and feeling bad.
I would leave.
Yeah, and you're definitely getting a second date after that. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't
like
leave. I'd probably be
far too many ways it can go wrong. You're better off just going, hey, you want to take a stroll through the park or whatever and do a picnic or whatever, because that way at least whatever. But even then, what if a bug gets into the tuna salad? Then you're fucked. No tuna salad. Too many ways things can go wrong.
What the fuck eats tuna salad at a picnic?
Dude, look, I don't know what kind of weird picnic you're going on. It was just the first food that came to mind. Anyway, too many ways things can go bad, just on all dates. Like, and there's dates you just shouldn't take someone on. Like, you just shouldn't take someone bowling on a first date. That's weird. And yeah, let's go bowling. Like, no. I don't want to put on some weird stranger's shoes and then throw a ball with you. I feel weird about it.
Yeah, I guess.
And I don't know. I think the only safe date is just not dating at all. Like,
safe date is just don't do anything.
Yep. Or date someone who's on the other side of the world. Because then that works out really well. You never have to date them. You can just be like, I yearn for your touch, my darling. Through text, you know? And then you never ever have to, you know? Go on a date.
And it's funny because then it's like you're on Skype and it's like an 85-year-old man.
I yearn for your touch, my love.
The way you say that is really fucking creepy.
Sure. Creepy, sexual, however you want to take it.
Both of those things.
Whatever. Anyway, I genuinely think that dates are just sucky. I mean, it's just a whole lot of leading up to nothing.
In my opinion, it's leading up to a eventual embarrassment.
The reason you go on dates is to be with someone in a way or whatever. I don't know. The whole thing seems kind of a waste of time if you're not. I don't know, because like I'm in high school. What's the point?
What's the point of anything?
I mean, it'd be cool if you dated someone in high school or whatever, because you know a lot of people get married to the people they dated in high school. I know a lot of teachers who are like, don't date because it's a waste of time, but I mean,
statistically speaking, it's easy to see where they come from, because like what are the statistics of somebody dating somebody that they met in high school or marrying someone?
My mom got married to the person she dated in high school. You know what I mean? I don't know. If it weren't for that, then I would not be here, right? Because it's all an effect. Like, if my mom hadn't married the guy she knew in high school, if my mom hadn't dumped the guy she knew in high school and been in a band and met the guy she knew because of that, it's all like an effect of something. It's like, if my mom had never dated someone in high school, she never would have met the guy that, she later dated, so then she never would have met my dad. It's all like an effect of each other. Like, let's say the teacher tells me, oh, you shouldn't date anyone, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's good advice. And instead of dating someone, I stay single until I'm in college, right? And then I get married and have kids and whatever. Well, let's imagine that I dated that person in high school. Then suddenly I'm hanging out with their friends and I meet other people that I could potentially
date. Camera turned on. Okay, I'm back.
It's all like butterfly effect of different things. Like, if I had dated someone in high school, I would have met their friends and then married one of their friends later.
See, that just leads to like a rabbit hole that I don't ever like thinking about.
It's scary, is it not? Because if my mom had not dated someone in high school, she never would have met the kind of friends she was with, and then she never would have. I wouldn't be born, basically. And that's just a series of events.
A series of unfortunate events. That's a fun show. I had to make that joke. I love that show.
You're so awkward.
I am. Okay.
Jesus. That was painful to listen to.
I was supposed to say, I keep changing where I am in comparison to the microphone. So.
You were an aggressive typer, and I did not know this about you. And I know you said it was because the mic's near the keyboard, but no one types that aggressively.
Also, the keyboard's just really loud. This is me rubbing my hand over the keyboard. It's very loud. That's just me rubbing my hand on the keyboard. It's loud.
That's just me, giving my keyboard a hand job.
This is me jacking off the keyboard.
That's accurate, though. It's not wrong.
Okay, so according to just a very quick Google search, 14% of couples who formed during high school and college are wind up getting married, which is bigger than I thought it would be.
That's a big percent, yeah. So I think it's stupid for teachers to say things like that or try to get involved in my personal life.
My thing is, I don't care what the fuck you think, Mr. Teacher Man.
I just think there are enough people who are going to be like, oh, the teacher said it was bad. I mean, probably not a whole lot since we're in high school, like, who cares? But I think there's a lot of moldable people,
My thing about teachers getting into relationships is each and every relationship between people is going to be different. So just going with the blanket statement of don't date during high school
they'll be bad
is weird because, like, but you don't know who I'm with. You don't know who I'm into or what kind of person I'm into right now, so you can't accurately make that statement.
One of my teachers once said to me, boys are like chocolate. You gotta try them all. And I was like, that is wrong. That's just so wrong. I was like, I don't know what that means, Miss Teacher, but okay.
I have a question. Did this teacher happen to have kids?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
She has a kid.
Oh. She has 8 kids. Whoa.
I said a kid.
I heard a, but my brain was like 8? And it was like, no.
That would suck. I can't imagine raising 8 children. I would be stressed all the time.
I feel like when you go far back enough, it's just like literally every single movement you make could have led to a different outcome. So you're just like, I don't want to jump down that rabbit hole of how things could have been.
It's weird to me because, I mean, every action that my parents took as kids and as adults and as teenagers or whatever has had some consequence on their lives and therefore has had consequence on mine. You know?
And this is where you just go, live in the moment, don't dwell on that, and don't have an existential crisis.
I'm not having an existential crisis. It's just funny to me.
It's certainly fascinating. Yay! Amazon's now giving me recommendations for the Daphne and Velma movie.
That's a movie.
It's coming out in May. Well, I looked it up once because who was like, we're gonna take Scooby-Doo and then we're gonna give Daphne and Velma their own movie.
I don't know. What are they gonna do in it? Who's gonna set the traps and who's gonna eat excessively?
I don't know.
Who's gonna be the dog? There's gonna be no dog.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a dog. It's just Daphne and Velma, which is like just do a damn Scooby-Doo movie.
Right. I mean, and if you're gonna give certain characters their own thing, at least do every single character. Why are you putting the two women together?
It's like, I will gladly go watch your Scooby-Doo movie because I need more Scooby-Doo movies.
I think they should just give everyone their own cool little 45-minute segment into their life, you know? Like, it'd be cool if we had a whole movie dedicated to Daphne's home life and who she is.
That's called a documentary.
You know? Yeah, I know,
but a mockumentary since it's all fictional.
Yeah, I just think if you're gonna make it about Scooby-Doo and you're not gonna include everyone, why not just do that for all of them? Because then you get 5 movies out of it.
I'm also like, who's going to watch a Scooby-Doo movie without Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, that sucks. And I like Daphne and I like Velma, and I think they're awesome characters, but I think they work better as a whole, as a gang, man. It's weird if it's not the gang.
It's like, I was gonna try to compare it to the fact that Supernatural had a fan-fucking-tastic Scooby-Doo episode recently.
Yeah, I never watched that.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I stayed up late with some friends on voice chat, and we just watched the entire thing, and it was great because we're a bunch of Scooby-Doo fans. Like, let's watch Scooby-Doo. Because we were up at 2 a.m. I was like, okay, I can either go to sleep or I can watch this now. And they're like, oh, that's out today. And then so we just watched it and it was great.
That's cute.
Surprisingly bloody.
Really?
Yeah, they're they make the distinction very quickly that it's animated and it has Scooby-Doo characters, but it's definitely a supernatural episode. It's like a guy gets decapitated and they walk into a room and his torso is hanging from the ceiling fan.
Yikes.
I'm just like, that's violent.
That's not Scooby-Doo.
Shaggy breaks his arm.
Ow.
They pull out the shotguns and shit.
They pull out the shotguns!
Actually, no, they show the shotguns off a couple times and then they never use them, which is sad.
Ow.
It's like, come on, I want to see Shaggy use a shotgun.
Come on now. I need that in my life.
Yeah, it's a fantastic episode. It's standalone, so you don't have to watch anything else from the season. It's just a glorious Scooby-Doo. It's just
glorious.
I hated the intro though, because they teased the Scooby-Doo theme song, because they did the first frame of the original Scooby-Doo theme song. And they played the first key from the Scooby-Doo theme, and then they cut to the Supernatural intro. And I was like, no! I wanted my Scooby-Doo theme song, man.
Right.
They eventually played it, though, halfway through the episode.
That's cool.
Yeah, we need more Scooby-Doo content, is what I'm trying to say, but not this. Give me my live-action Scooby-Doo meets Batman, please.
That's great.
Any more Scooby-Doo? I don't mean I'm pretty sure they have a comic out right now by DC because DC owns all the Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Really?
Yeah, they have a current one, and I don't think it's doing that well because they were I don't know. It just looked dumb as hell to me. Yeah. Especially because it's not it's much more adult oriented because obviously all the people who grew up on Hanna-Barbera cartoons are now
adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DC Comics 2017. Let me see this shit. Who the hell is messaging me?
So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it would be weird to have like characters you grew up with being in adult kind of situations though? Because if they're characters you grew up with, wouldn't you want them to stay like PG?
Yeah. Okay, so the book is called Scooby Apocalypse, and they are. Was okay. The apocalypse has happened. Old rules and logic no longer apply. The creatures of the night are among us, and the crew of the magical mystery machine have to survive. I'm just like, why? And like, it's weird because they look like they have like Daphne has like a weird crossbow gun looking thing. Shaggy's a hipster. Like Fred has like Ghostbusters looking technology, and Scooby Doo has like a weird voice box thing strapped to his face.
That's weird.
I'm just like, give me Scooby Doo, like actual Scooby Doo, not this. It's like you can do like a dark Scooby Doo episode without like supernatural proof that, because that was like a legitimate Scooby Doo-esque episode. You could do a dark Scooby Doo content without changing everything and being like, oh, now there's like legit zombies and shit. No, you can just be like, no, it's the mystery machine, except people are fucking dying.
That's scary because I mean, if I don't know, I wouldn't want to watch something that was so adult if it's with all my beloved characters.
I guess, but then you get into the point where it's like, well, one thing about like comic books is like a lot of kids read comic books, and then it's like very dark in that world. It's like,
can you imagine being introduced to Scooby-Doo through one of those like really dark comics?
Oh, I would love to meet somebody like that.
Right? Because what's their opinion on it?
Like it's weird because like apparently it's weird because my first quote unquote comic book was Watchmen, and that's not a book you want to read as a child.
Yeah.
I went through that book when I was 8, and I'm like, oh god. Who the hell got me this?
Right. I don't remember what my first comic book was.
And then that was like before I was like regularly into comic books.
Oh wait, yeah, I do. I remember when I was like 4 or 5, my one of my like uncles or relatives had like a big crate of comics, so I used to read those.
Yeah, I read through Watchmen because it had the motion comic when I was 8, and then I dropped off, and then I got really into the various other comic book YouTubers.
Right.
And I was like, oh hey, this is cool. And then I got back into them because my dad used to live over a library.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So like that's the main reason why the YouTube channel Nerd Sync has probably had the most effect on me, because it was the first comic book YouTube channel I got really into.
Yeah. I was
now, if only he would actually answer my goddamn emails.
I wasn't a big fan of comic books until I was like 12 or 13 or whatever, because I had read comic books since I was like really little, but I didn't ever like read comic books, you know.
Yeah.
There's a difference between like reading something and then really being into the story.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just think that comic books are really awesome because they're just as a whole really fun, you know, because when you think of a book, you're like, it's got a billion chapters and I have to read it and I have to write a report on it or whatever. And they're not nearly as fun.
I'm the exact opposite. I love books.
Yeah.
There was a point in 6th grade where I wasn't allowed to bring books into class unless it was like a day where we were going to the library or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, because I would just get to the point where it's like, fuck this assignment, I'm going to read a book. I'm going to read this damn book.
I have a hard time paying attention. I read a lot of books too, but a lot of the books I read have like some pictures in them because I don't know, I just have a hard time focusing.
Meh. Yeah, I much prefer comic books to books because I like having that visual element.
Yeah, like
especially when the art is great. Like,
yeah, I have the Harry Potter books, but with the picture books.
Oh, the big ones, like the big.
Yep,
Those are cool.
I have all the ones that are out, and I've pre-ordered the ones that are coming out
because I saw one of them at the comic book store last time I went, and I was like,
awesome.
Ooh, not today. It's like I just spent like $50 on Moon Knight books. No thanks.
Yeah. It's just it makes reading it a lot easier for me. And I think it has changed. Like I remember much more of the stories now because it's been a long time, you know.
For me, I feel I'd be fine with that if I was first introduced to Harry Potter through images. But since I've read the books, I have my own version of what happens that sort of plays in my head. I'm just like, that image doesn't line up with mine.
See, I don't really have that.
Like, I'm fine with interpretation, but I'm just like, when it comes like Harry Potter, which is like a really big like aspect, I'm just like, ooh, no.
Harry Potter is good. It was never my favorite thing though.
Harry Potter is like my go-to just favorite book series in general. Whenever people are ignorantly like, oh, comic books aren't books, I'm like, fuck you. I go on Natsuki and I'm like, no, comics are literature, thank you.
Okay, and this probably doesn't make any sense, but the kind of books I read when I was younger were books that are like people don't read, right? Like no one reads.
The person who read a dictionary, didn't you?
No, I read all the Lord of the Rings books, and
I can't get into those.
I love them, and they are some of my favorite books, and I read all of them, and I read all of the Anne of Green Gables series, and I read these books that people just don't read. And they're hard to read, and the font is tiny, and it takes you 8 years, and
it's like
I don't
know. I love the universe that the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit and so
those are my favorite books of all time.
Like I can't make it past like the first 5 chapters of the Hobbit.
I've read them all. I've read them all. And that's my life.
I'm just like, it's one I can barely get past like the first few minutes of the movies, if I'm being entirely honest.
Harry Potter's not my big thing, and Lord of the Rings is, and Star Wars is, but I don't know. Harry Potter is okay. It's good. The universe is good. The characters are cool, but they're not my favorite.
I got way too invested in Harry Potter. I can practically recite the entire origin story for the American School for Witchcraft and Wizardry by heart at this point for that one fucking video I did.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm the same way with Lord of the Rings, and that's just, I feel like different strokes for different folks. And that's life. Okay. But I really did read all those books when I was in 5th grade.
I've been told I need to go through and read them now that I have the attention span, but I'm just like, it's like I get I'll probably get something out of it, and most likely I'll wind up writing a video around Lord of the Rings. But also, like, I can't get the bad taste it left in my mouth out of it.
Unless you're into it, it's not worth it. Like, I'm into that. I wouldn't read all of Harry Potter 100 times to get the. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just.
Oh no, I've gone through Clone Saga. I've gone through horrible stories for videos.
That's just. I don't know. It depends. If you're very invested in something, you have to be there. Or else your heart's not in it, you know? And if your heart's not in it, there's no point.
I guess I find even when I reluctantly read books about like, after like, if I spend more than 30 minutes reading a book, it'll eventually just click for the point of, okay, I'm invested. I've spent 30 minutes of my life with this. Let's go.
I'm the type of person where I know if I like it or not within the first 2 minutes.
For me, I can never judge a book or a comic or a show by its first 3 chapters, first 3 episodes, or first 3 issues.
Well, I always read the first page and then the last page.
Whoa.
That's the kind of person I am. Yeah, it's the kind of person I
am. I will never invite you to a book club.
Well, I'll know the ending, so.
Also, you have blue hair, and Doki Doki has taught me never invite somebody with blue hair to a book club. Or never go to a book club with somebody with blue hair.
That's a sexist, racist, terrorist kind of thing. So
you can
I'm
blame
not sure
Yuri.
how to feel about that.
I still have emotional scars from Doki Doki, man.
So you have to take it out on me? Jesus.
Yes, I do.
Anyway.
I'm sorry, but you are the physical manifestation of Yuri.
Me?
Visually, at least.
Visually. Sure. I can take that. She was cute.
Exactly. She was the best character. And then I legit was like, what the fuck? When she was like, I'm going to kill myself in front of you.
I mean, I don't know. I can relate to her in all aspects. So
Same.
I'm there. I get it. I'm there. I don't know.
Yuri was the easiest to relate to for me.
Yeah, I agree. She just had that about her, you know? I mean, if you're an extroverted person, you probably didn't feel the same way for her.
You're probably more of a Sayori person. In that case, I am sincerely sorry.
Yeah. The whole thing was sad. That video game makes me sad.
Yeah. It didn't even have a happy ending. They
no.
They had Monica sing her damn song and that she was going on about the entire fucking game.
And it broke the fourth wall and it was just scary. And it was sad.
Like it was crazy. Like the ending message is literally like there is no happiness to be found here. Bye.
Yeah.
And it's like the ending's basically because like thank you for making all my dreams come true and thank you for being part of the literature club. And I'm like, oh cool. And then it's like, wait a minute. She's essentially just killing off all her friends at this point.
I mean, yeah.
I guess. So we're ramping down now. Do you have a Twitter? I'm assuming you don't.
I do. I think it's like Megan is dying or something.
Jesus Christ.
It's a little morbid. I can't remember. But that's about what it is. So.
Do you have any outro things you want to say?
Don't fuck your mom. Bye.
Okay, and of course I'm on YouTube, Instagram, everything else at Brandovader, or you can subscribe here at youtube.com/Cosmic Nerd Studios. Hit the bell because YouTube needs to get their goddamn shit together. And I will see you next video. Peace.